Okay, good morning, everybody. I'd like to thank the grace of heaven and the virtues of the masters and mercy and compassion of the grand predecessors, transmitters, temple masters, and others to give me this opportunity to talk about today's topic, which is, it's Tao and religion, but yeah, it's kind of, that's already a lot. But more specifically, it's essence and function. It's related. I mean, it's an example. Maybe that's a better way. This is broader because this is generic, right? So this is a subset of this. Okay, make sense? Right? It's a subset, right? Essence and function. So we can say, other than besides Tao and religion, we can say God and the universe, cosmos. Example, just an example. All right. Okay. So, all right. So you can say God is the essence, the truth, the absolute. The absolute. In Buddhism we say Dharma Dhatu, right? That's the Nirvana realm, if you will, the absolute realm, and then we say the cosmos or the relative realm, right? The phenomenal realm, etc. Right? Okay. So let me introduce you. Okay, so there are to delve into this this specific subset of Tao and religion, we have to first ask, well, what is Tao, right? Yeah. Second, since it has to do with religion, so you ask, well, is Tao a religion? Yes, no, maybe, neither, both, whatever. Okay, and then to help answer this question, number two is to you can look at this, right? We can, right? We can dive into a little bit and say, hey, if there are any similarities, differences, or a relationship between Tao and religion, right? And then lastly, what is Tao cultivation compared to? Okay, that's a little bit deeper. It's not, it's part of this, right? That topic. But if we have time, we can do that because that could be a separate topic. It could be, right? We talk about inner-outer cultivation and all that stuff. So, all right? So, if we have time, that's why I put it at the last item number 4. So, let's ask. Okay, I show too much. Hey, I reveal too much. Reveal too much. Okay, so, what is Tao? So, what is Tao? All right, so let's look at, yeah, okay, good. Let's look at this. Oh, dang, where is that? What's that? This one. Oh, okay, good. So we say, what is Tao? Okay, so, all right. So I don't know. This is a different file than the one I looked. Dang, man. So I don't know, man. I'm going to have to, this is my first time viewing this because the one I have, it's not in here. So that's weird. So anyway, that's not. Okay, so remember I said Tao Te Ching, chapter 1. Right? Anybody familiar with Tao Te Ching? No? Guess not. Okay, that's okay. Your loss. Okay, your loss. So your homework is you go look it up online. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, this doesn't have Chinese. See, the one I have has Chinese. See, so I don't know, man. Okay, so I don't know. So you guys gonna have to guess. Okay. So basically, chapter 1. This is chapter 1. Chapter 1. This is basically the first 2 sentences, or the first sentence. First sentence. Yeah. First sentence. I think that's the first sentence because you don't have the Chinese, so it's hard. I think it's the. No. Sorry. The first 2 lines is the first sentence. Okay. Then the second 2 lines is second sentence. Okay. All right. So the Tao, you guys all can read that, right? I don't need to. The question is, you probably need explanation, but it just means that the Tao is cannot be described. That's maybe a better way. Better. The first 2 sentences, basically, the Tao says that it cannot be described in words. And if it could be described in words, it's not the real Tao. It's not perfect, you can say, because our words are what? Created by humans, right? And, God doesn't use our words, right? God doesn't need to use our language, right? Buddhists don't really need it either, but so humans do. So humans, we know, unless you're enlightened, even if you're enlightened, even if you're enlightened, our words are imperfect to describe what is this Tao. Okay? Okay? That's, okay. Let me skip these two. Well, basically it just says the nameless, that is the Tao, is the origin of the cosmos, heaven and earth, of all things. Okay? But when we give this name, we call it the Tao, or we say God, or absolute truth, or principle, whatever. It's the mother of myriad things. That means it gives rise. It's the source. It's the origin of everything. It's the same thing as this, okay? It's just that this first is talking about nameless. It's talking about the principle, something that is indescribable, right? Remember, we say we can't describe it. Yeah, the essence, the absolute truth, whatever. The second term represents its function. Get it? Its applications. So that's the theme, okay, of this chapter 1, okay? It's talking about essence and function, which is our topic, right? Okay? Ooh, what happened? Okay, never mind. Okay, so that's the second sense. Now, third one is very important. Ooh. See, yeah, you don't have the Chinese, so it's kind of, yeah. It doesn't matter, doesn't matter. I have the Chinese here in yours, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, you can say, you can say constantly means always, right? Always. Always without desire. What does that mean? Without desire, without longing, without any human conscious thought, or even subconscious thought, I guess. Okay, any type of human consciousness, or mind consciousness. Okay, was that? Somebody said something.
Yeah, I would have a real question, and I would try to be short with the question.
Okay.
But the issue of desire has to exist. Okay, I mean, as far as dealing with the reality of life, even if you look at the secret lights of plants, if you have a flower that is sitting there, and if the sun is there, it stands up, tall, blossom, and a few other things. If the sun doesn't come there, it kind of wilts a little bit. So the flower itself really desires for it to have its radiant beauty, is for it to stand up. So the flower itself has to have an element of desire for the sun to be there.
Okay, you're wrong. Okay, that's wrong. I'll say it outright. Because, hold on. Because first of all, because flower does not have a consciousness. Okay? So desire is a human attribute. Yeah, trait, attribute. And you can say animals too. Animals have that. Okay? Now, why do I say, flowers are biological beings, right? I mean, we have beings. Biological, it's biological, i.e., so that means they have what we call quote unquote life. But the distinction between plants and humans and animals is that plants don't have sentient life, okay? Whereas animals and humans have. And the reason for that is because animals and humans have this quote unquote essence that we're talking about. You can say spirit. I mean, that's kind of, to me, spirit is not a full, complete description. Okay. It's really the essence that animals have, and humans have. From human terms, in the human perspective, we say that essence, we call it Buddha nature or true nature. Some people say, you can say Christ nature. Okay, fine. Okay, and animals also have a Buddha nature. Okay, because animals were also reincarnated from humans. Humans don't reincarnate into plants. Get it? Or we don't reincarnate, because if it's possible, then we could reincarnate into a piece of rock. Doesn't make sense, right? Okay, so that's why, Buddha said, which I'll get to. Ooh, what the heck is that? Anybody who know what the 3 Dharma seals are? It's in your, oh, dang, I should call, hold on. No, I have it here too. Ho. Yeah, non-self, guys. Ooh, what the heck is this? Tai, how come this is so broad? I have to do it this way? Print layout? Or do this? Remote? Print layout? Yeah, that's better. Okay, anybody know what this is? Three minor seals? Or marks of existence? There's also 4, but we'll use 3 now. What's this one? It means this. There's no such thing, right? No essence in things except for human beings. We have an essence. Okay? I know. Okay? All right, so let me close that. Okay, so, let's go to this. Okay. Ooh, why is that? Why is that? Oh man, I have too many open? Dang. Okay. 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 So basically, we say constantly without desire. It just means in the Diamond Sutra, there's a phrase, chapter 14. I forgot which line, but doesn't matter. There's a phrase that Shibuti was responding to Buddha. Yeah, I think it was his responding. He said to hold on. To what's the exact quote? Li Xiang Ming Fu, right? It's a nice phrase. Well, that's a shortened phrase. Sorry. There's a right here. Oh, yeah, it's chapter 14. Okay, yeah. It says beyond or without forms is called the Buddha. It's a shortened phrase, so to relinquish all forms is called Buddha. Li yi qie zu xiang, ji ming zu fu. Okay? All right? That's from Diamond Sutra. So that means to rid of all forms. And what's a form? It's our consciousness too. It's a form. It's part of the 5 skandhas. That's the 5th skandha, I think. We say cognition, consciousness, even a type of awareness. Cognition, right? Cognition, yeah, awareness. Okay? All right. So let's see. Let's go to here. Okay? So basically, it just means that if we are always without human cognition or consciousness, we can therefore see the essence. Because there's nothing to block our view. There's nothing to, you can say block it, okay? Or to cover it up. We have no desires to cover it. No preconceptions. Maybe that's another way of thinking. All right? No preconceptions. No doubts. You get it? Okay? Because doubt is a part of human consciousness, no? Suspicion, doubts, questions. Right? Right? Yeah. Okay. So this means that if we are enlightened, or we can say at one with our Buddha nature, everything is crystal clear. Everything, there's no doubt, no questions. Everything is just so. It also means 如是, but that's a little bit more advanced. It's called 如. It's called 如. 如 means tathata, suchness, thusness. Get it? Just so. That's the way it is. Okay? So that means, you can say when we're enlightened, we can see the essence of everything. Or, you can say of everything. Okay? Of the whole cosmos. Okay? Now, if we always have human consciousness interject inside it, right? Coming to our minds and stuff, all that, then we can only see we say manifestations or the functions and applications of that essence or that principle, that truth. Make sense? So science definitely use our consciousness. They come up with these crazy equations, right? Theories, right? Relativity, quantum mechanics, all that stuff. That's using conscious thought, right? Right? Deep thinking, right? And we can only see its manifestations. We can observe. Yeah, but it's still very marvelous. It's still awesome. It's still incredible. Well, you could say almost indescribable too. We don't know what dark energy is. We don't know what dark matter is. We don't know what recently you just had a picture of a black hole, right? Ooh, we're not even sure if that's what it's actually about. Hey, it's pretty exciting. So we see all the myriad, or you can say countless, or infinite, marvelous functions or manifestations of the principle of the essence. Get it? Okay? So but that's because we have, desire is maybe too narrow. It's very narrow, right? It's a narrow term. Narrow, that's narrow definition. Maybe a broad thing is just intent, conscious thought, whatever, or consciousness, right? You can, a little bit broader, right? Okay? All right? So this, if you guys listen to Lecture Lewis, anybody listen to Lecture Lewis recently? No, I guess not. But anyway, so you guys miss out. So basically, this first term represents Wuji. You can say Wuji or Wu. It just means absolute. Absolute. Yeah, absolute. Okay. And this term represents relative. That's it. Absolute relative. Or you can say the functions. The applications of the absolute. Get it? Okay? All right. I don't need to go into.
Also say that those two are also 明心见性.
Yeah.
明心 is the second one, but 见性 is that first.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can say, yeah, we can see our also get, you can say, realize or be aware. Maybe that's a better term. Be aware of our Buddha nature. That's true. Yeah, because awareness is a function. It's a function. Okay? So remember, wait, did I yeah, okay, later on, and when I talk about the, is it differences and, no, I talk about relationship between Tao and religion. It's similar, it's parallel. While seeing the observing or, or interacting, observing the manifestation of functions, we will get, you can say there are clues or hints, subtle hints of there's something behind it, something in the background that's not obvious, that's not subtle, and that is our Buddha nature or essence. Okay, we talk about humans now. Okay, we say, hey, I can see, I can think, right? I can hear, I can smell, I can taste, I can touch, but who is sensing that, or who, right? Who? Is it my mind? Is it just my mind? Or is it somebody else or something else behind it? Understand? So that's to become aware. Get it? Become aware that, hey, there is something, some invisible thing, being, or essence within us. Get it? Okay. Then if you could become aware, then at a higher level, when you realize that, hey, I don't need to have any thoughts. I don't need to, use my human consciousness, right? Then you can realize your Buddha nature. Get it? 见, that's 见性, right? Okay.
That's Wu Wei.
Yeah. You can say, you can say Wu Wei. That means non-conditioned. Okay, this is conditioned too, because remember I say relative. What's relative? Relative is condition. It depends, right? Relative condition means it depends, right? Yeah, it's dependent on something, on different variables, on different conditions, right? If we talk about the weather, it's dependent on thing. The reason why we say the sun rises on the east, or well, east is kind of arbitrary. I don't want to say east, but the sun rises from that direction is because it's dependent on what? The way the earth rotates and revolves around the sun. So theoretically, we could have another galaxy or a part of the galaxy, ET's home planet, or Star Wars, whatever, I don't know, planet that those guys are from, the planet could revolve the opposite direction, right? And spin the opposite. So then their sun comes from the west. Make sense? Now, those are all realities, but those realities are not, they're fact. Yeah, they're facts. But facts are not necessarily absolute truth. Get it? They're subject to conditions, i.e. conditioned. Okay? Make sense? It's still reality, but that's reality is relativistic. It's relative. Make sense? Okay, all right, good enough. I talked too much about that. Okay, let's see. Should I talk about? I don't want. Yeah, but basically it just means that this gets better. Okay, well I'll talk about that a little bit later near the middle. It just means these two, the first two, the essence, right, and manifestations emerge together. Ooh, but they have different names. Whatever. People give them different labels, all that stuff. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, it just means that they are one. You can say that's the oneness, okay? The oneness, get it? But I'll talk about a little bit that later, okay? So the unity, the merging of the two, it's the mystery. It's indescribable. Yeah, it is indescribable. It is, okay? All right. So it's the mystery of mysteries, the door to all wonders. That means you can say mystery of mysteries. It's like nirvana is indescribable. Okay, that means dharma dhatu, the absolute, the oneness of the absolute and relative, right? The oneness of the absolute and relative, or the oneness of the essence and function, is truly indescribable. Make sense? Okay, so that's Tao Te Ching. Okay, it means Tao and Virtue Classic. Okay, okay, all right. Now let's go to second one. Ooh, I spent too much time, man. I don't have time for it. Okay, I'm going to go through this very quick, all right? It's called Book of Purity and Stillness, okay? All right, it's this. Okay, this is chapter 1, same thing, okay? Basically, he says that Tao has no form. It's the true form of the formless or whatever, okay? And yet it gives birth, or it's the source or origin of the cosmos. And it says without preference, okay? It just means that it has no preconditions. Yeah, bias, you can say bias, or preconditions, okay? And yet, without bias, and it regulates, it governs how, the sun, the moon, that means the cosmos, if we be grander, cosmos, okay? That means, example, the Tao, even though it has no form, it's formless, it's invisible, intangible, indescribable, but it will create the cosmos, and the cosmos or the phenomena will be in will conform or be in accordance with laws of nature. Example, so i.e. laws of physics, all that stuff, okay? All right, so, okay, all right? So, so he says, this has no name, just like the Tao Te Ching said, right? First verse, right? First line, phrase, okay? He says, he doesn't know what to call it, okay? So he says, he does not know its name, but he just call it the Tao, okay? Just he has to give it a label. Okay, so just understand, all right? Okay, so the next one is Bible. Okay, so they talked about it too. How come you don't have it? Dang. Okay, this is New Testament. This is not Genesis. Genesis is a little bit different, okay? Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, okay? But this is John, New Testament, Gospel of John, I think chapter 1, verse 1. He goes, in the beginning. The beginning is kind of, it's relative. It's really relative. Yeah, because actually there is no beginning. Because if you follow the law of causality, right? Law of causality states that every reality or every result has to have a cause. So if you have a beginning, that means that beginning has no cause. So therefore, that violates the law of causality. Okay, so anyway, so there was the Tao. It says the the Word, and the Word was with God. So it's at one. It's one. I get it. And the Word was God. Okay, so that's. This is from the. I don't have it in my outline. This is from Doctrine of the Meaning. What heaven confers, or is called the nature, and in accordance with this nature is called the Tao. And then cultivating, or practicing the practice of the way is also called education. You can say teaching, okay, all right, okay, or dharma, okay? All right, okay, so now, let's go to the Heart Sutra. That's even better. Do you have the Heart Sutra here? No, not here. I don't think you have Heart Sutra. Dang. No, this is different. Yeah, this is different. Stinks. Okay, let me read. Never mind. Heart Sutra, we'll skip. You guys should all listen to this is. Okay, never mind. Okay, the Heart Sutra is very important too because it follows the similar, but it just describes it a little bit more in detail. A little bit more detail. Okay, the Heart Sutra, right? It's chapter 1. I mean, first week section. I don't know. It's the very top, the very first paragraph or section. Okay, in the Heart Sutra. Basically, let me read it to you. The Chinese term is called 舍利子. Okay, that also happens to be the name of one of his disciples, his chief disciple, Buddha's right hand disciple. Okay, his name is Sariputra too. You know, he's known for I think wisdom. I think it's wisdom. Yeah, Sariputra, wisdom. Yeah, wisdom. That's why Heart Sutra is also part of the Wisdom Prajna Paramita Sutras. By the way, okay, all right. It's a condensed, very condensed mini sutra. Okay, so Sariputra is that disciple name. But so into Chinese translated is 舍利子. Okay, 舍利子. The 舍 means residence, dwelling. Yeah, it literally means residence. 人 then 一个舍, right? No, 一个 whatever. I don't know. 一个宫一个口 or something like that. Not 宫, it's 舍.
It's like a house.
Yeah, it's a house. Yeah, it's a roof and 舍, right? I don't know. No, what's that character? Radical. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It just means residence, home, dwelling, whatever. 粒子, so that's a physical house. It's a house, okay? Dwelling, shelter, structure. 粒子, the next two terms means the person in the house. Okay, that's what it means. So the Heart Sutra states Sariputra, which means that person, because this is I think it's Avalokitesvara, right? Addressing Sariputra. Yeah, so he said to Sariputra. So it has two meanings. One, that disciple's name. Second, it means our physical body. Because there is a person, an object, a person, not an object, a person in the dwelling. Get it? In the house. So he said, form does not differ from the void, nor is the void from form. Form is identical with void, and void is identical with form. So are the 5 skandhas, okay? We translate as reception, receptions. We say sensation, reception, conception, mental function, and consciousness. Okay, so those are the 5 skandhas: form, reception, conception, mental function, consciousness. Those are the 5 skandhas. Okay, that's what makes up our physical being. Okay, from Buddha's perspective. So he's talking about physically, we have these 5, what do you call that? Qualities, or 5 parts. Yeah, you can say 5 parts, called the 5 skandhas. But these are all void. What does that mean? They're not everlasting. That's what it means. It's subject to change. It's conditioned. Make sense? Okay, so it's relative. Make sense? Yeah, you can say, it's not everlasting. It's impermanent, right? And there's no essence in those 5 traits or things, okay? So then the second paragraph, he says also Sariputra again. So this time, he's talking to the disciple, but he's also hinting, Avalokitesvara in this case, the Bodhisattva, is saying, it's no longer your physical form in your body. It's your essence, i.e. what? Our Buddha nature. Make sense? So he said, Sariputra, i.e. our Buddha nature, the void of all things is not created, not annihilated, not impure, not pure, not increasing and not decreasing, etc., etc. It just means that it's constant. It's permanent, right? It cannot be created. It cannot be added. It's perfect. It's self-sufficient. You can say it's self-sufficient. It has what? It's blissful, actually. But, I'll go down a bit later about that. It's self-sufficient means it has everything it needs. It doesn't need to say, oh, I need a house, I need this, I need clothes, I need whatever, I need money, I need cash, I need a job, I need food, I need water. None of that. It's self-sufficient, because if you go to glossary terms, we have what they call, you guys know what this is? This, right? We have this. You know that? The Buddha nature, that is, has this, okay? 实自在. It also has, what's that called? The 6 transcendental powers. Whoa, that's nice. Everybody likes that. Superman, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Aquaman, whatever, Spider-Man, whatever man, whatever man, whatever person. Wow, we all want those superpowers.
That's free man.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Whoever. Blank man, okay, whatever. Ant-Man, whatever. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter, okay? See, we all want to pursue this. But actually our Buddha nature have beyond imagination. Like the Buddhas. Buddhas can create their own universe, you know that? That's what they have called Buddha lands. You know that? Holy teacher has what? Nanping San. I mean, that's his Buddha land, quote unquote. Amitabha has his what? Western paradise or whatever. Aksaboya Buddha is the Buddha of the East. He has the Aribata. I don't know, something. They all have their own land, okay? They can create their own universe. Oh, that's amazing. Wouldn't you like that? Whoa, you can rule your own universe, man. Whoa. Never mind. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, that's not what we want anyway. Okay, so, okay. All right? So that's what the Heart Sutra, the very first stanza, paragraph, section, is telling about the function or relative, the relative, relative realm or the relative aspect of our Buddha nature, i.e., its functions, its forms, right? Okay, its function, applications. We have the 5 consciousness that then drives our 6 senses, etc., okay? And then also its absolute aspect, which is that essence, that Buddha nature, okay? All right, so let's see, what was I gonna say? Oh man, I can't believe I don't have that much time. Ooh, okay, now let's talk about descriptions, examples. So here's examples. Tao, I use quote unquote because, okay, it's really indescribable. We say it, okay, whatever it is. Tao, you can say absolute relative, right? Chinese Uji Tai Chi, okay? Actually, yeah, Tai Chi, yeah. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. 应该是二义, right? Or 两义. It means yin and yang. Okay, doesn't matter. Relative. Yeah, Tai Chi is not really relative. But that's okay. Okay. Never mind. Principle and function. Yeah, right? There's a principle, you can say truth. And function, right? It has its use. Okay? Or substance. Why is that? Substance. Yeah, okay. Substance, okay, plus application. Why is this, man? Dang. Ooh, dang. Never mind. Man. Okay, hold on. Okay. Ooh, that's better. That stinks. Whatever. Let me tab it. How do I tab it? Oh, there it is. Good. Okay. How come it appears different? Okay. Oh, okay. It just means substance is our, it's not the physical. It doesn't mean the physical thing, okay? It means its essence in this case. Substance versus style, right? You heard of that term, right? A lot of critics says, ooh, this has good style, but no substance, right? Okay, stuff like that. Okay, it's Banti. You can say it's the essence, okay? It's still essence. And 作用 means it's application, okay? Ooh, why is that? That doesn't matter. Okay. Man, sucks, man. Why is that? Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, then it's also stillness, because something that's absolute, that's intangible, is indescribable. So we say it's still, because there is, you can say emptiness. Yeah, it's still because there's nothing moving. Okay, all right, but it also has its actions. So when it's in motion, it has its you can say it's action. Okay? So that's why we have Chinese 静跟动, okay? And then we have emptiness and phenomena. That's 真空, okay, yo, okay? That means, true emptiness. It's not vacuum. That's what we mean by emptiness. It's not vacuum, okay? Vacuum means there's nothing. But in that emptiness, in Sanskrit, they use the term, shunyata, but they also call it akasha, something like that. Okay. And then also, mathematics, we say zero and infinity. Zero, right? Zero means nothing. It's not really nothing. Because anybody study advanced algebra? Set theory? Never mind. Zero is a subset of every set of numbers. You know that? Zero. You need a zero. If you don't have a zero, math doesn't work. Oh, makes sense? It's weird, huh? And then infinity. It means infinity just means there's infinite stuff, manifestations, infinite functions, uses. Get it? Okay? So then, actually, you can say Tao is also the oneness. That means when I say plus, that means it's both. It's two. Another way of saying the oneness is two sides or two aspects of this we call Tao, of this it called Tao. Get it? So we call it oneness. It's not the number one. That's what it means. It's the combination. I don't say combination. Yeah, it's actually the merging the 融合 容易 makes sense. In Chinese, 容易 means it merges. It's you can't separate it. That okay? So it's the anybody know what this word means? Concomitance. I think I spelled it right. Concomitance. Concomitance. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. In the absolute and relative. Okay. That means it's two in one. Something like that. Two in one. Simultaneous. Okay. All right. Essence and existence. Existence meaning there's something. Being. Not being. That means. You have a form, right? You have a form, okay? Or phenomena. You can say phenomena, okay? Essence is something that's invisible, intangible, and something tangible, okay? In being, present tense, and becoming, changing. So being means constant, means always. It's never changing. You can say never changing. And becoming, always changing. Make sense? So it's like absolute relative, okay? So in Chinese, it's this. This is a good term, okay? 既用沾染 or 既造同事, right? Okay? All right? Okay? So that's all examples of what we call, essence and function. Okay? Now, so specifically, what's Tao and religion? How does that have to do with Tao and religion, right? We might talk about essence and function. What has to do with Tao and religion? So we say, well, is Tao a religion then? Well, it's hard to say in the absolute sense, no. Why? Well, I'll talk about down here, okay? But in the relative sense, yes. I.e. in the phenomena realm, you can say, there are many things. It's like a religion, right? There's only one part that's not really or not part of religion, okay? And so what is it? Let's look at the differences and similarities, okay? So we can say Tao is the root, okay, it's the source, and the religion are its branches, okay? Many branches. The Tao, you can say it's, because we say it's the absolute, it's the indescribable truth, you can say, right? And religion has all different theories, doctrines, creeds, expediency, and dogmas. Well, anyway. Okay? All right? And the Tao has, what's its, you can say authority. We say authority, yeah. It has the mandate of heaven to appear. Let's put it this way. To appear in this world. It doesn't appear out of spontaneity or out of human desire. It's based on heaven's wish, you can say. Or will. Sorry, maybe that's a better term. Heaven's will, okay? Whereas a religion, anybody could create a religion. Humans, institutions, a document. Hey, I have this document, so I can create, I have this stone statue, so I can create religion out of that. Make sense? without any approval from anybody. I could say, hey, I have this rare statue, man. You know, it can do magical things. Whoa. So, you know, so, okay. So, right? Okay. All right. So that's religion. Now, a part of the mandate, more specifically, is that there are also enlightened masters that has the heavenly decree, that's heaven's mandate, okay, degree, to what? Enlightened masters, to teach the Tao, to spread the teaching, okay? All right, to propagate, i.e., I should have put example, but that, you know, i.e., for example, we talk about the heritage or the lineage of the Tao patriarchs, the golden thread, etc. Or more specific and more narrowly, we have the transmitter that conducts the what? Three treasure ceremony, right? Okay, so those all heaven's decree, right? Under heaven's, you can say, approval. Approval, yeah. Now, in religion, we don't need that. As long as you're educated, as long as I went to seminary school. Yeah, I graduated. So now I got a degree, a seminary degree or whatever. And then now I'm eligible to be a padre, a reverend, right? Or a guru, whatever, a master, right? So they are educated Dharma masters and teachers. Get it? It doesn't need heaven's mandate, right? Heaven's approval. We don't need heaven's approval for that, right? So most religions are like that, right? Right? Okay. And then this is more important. This is a little bit more narrow. It's called the heart-to-heart translation, i.e. the three treasures, right? Requires mandate, right? Heaven's mandate. Approval, heaven's approval, right? And so the religion just gives you dharmas, teachings, rituals. Oh, we go through a little ceremony. Now you are part of the religious order or church or whatever, right? Okay. Okay, now, Tao is also not present all the time. Yeah, scary, huh? Even though we say the Tao, the essence is always there in the background. But specifically, the Tao, we're talking about the Tao that's being taught, you can say, or propagated, right? Okay. Whereas religion is always present. You can create religion anytime. Anytime. Get it? Okay, it's always there. Now, the Tao is also changeless, non-conditioned. You can say it's absolute. It represents the absolute. It never changes. In other words, a more practical example is if we go to different temples of the different branches or groups of the Tao, they all have the 3 lamps or stuff like that, okay? Or the bowing ceremony, arrival departure ceremony. It's all uniform, pretty much. I mean, that's a very simplistic example. Because, okay, whereas, what? Religion, it's variable, doesn't matter. Even within Christianity, right? There is Catholicism, Protestantism, and then within Catholicism, there's the Western Orthodox, Eastern Orthodox, Russian Orthodox, Ukrainian Orthodox, and then, even though they believe in the same God, but their rituals, their ceremonies are all different. And they even use different Bibles, okay? All right, so it's variable. Get it? Okay? And then, why is this like this? Okay.
Political is really political.
Yeah. I say it's condition. That's condition, okay? So then the Tao is also, we have to, Ming Xing Jian Xing is right here, okay? We have to awaken to and realize our Buddha nature. So it means that you can have instant enlightenment, okay? But it must be experienced individually. I cannot tell you about it, or I cannot write it down and give it to you in a text or search and say, hey, if you read this, you'll be enlightened. No. You get it? It's not in words, okay? Whereas in any religion, you have chants, prayers, you do good things. Okay, so these are all considered gradual cultivation. That is, things can be taught and learned from text. Get it? Okay? Whereas instant enlightenment cannot be taught and learned from a text. Make sense? That's why everybody must experience it or reach it by themselves. Make sense? So it's not external. That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay? Whereas this is all external, right? It can be taught or learned. It's external, right? It's outside of you, right? Okay? So that's what religion. Now, so also because of that, the Tao is the highest vehicle or a platform to be able to attain Buddhahood within one lifetime. Okay, this should be over here. Okay, one's future life. Okay, and then the religion are considered lower and middle. It can alter one's future life. Okay, all right. If you do good, then you won't go to the underworld. You'll reincarnate and have a better life next life or future life. Okay. Also, in Tao, the virtuous merits are eternal, limitless. Okay, whereas in the religions, all merit it has limitations, and it's returned as karmic rewards. Okay, all right. You do good charity. All right, you do charity work. So in the next life or in the future life, you'll be rewarded for that charity. Make sense? Okay. Also, in Tao, we can mitigate calamities. The 3 treasures, for example, we can use the 3 treasures, right? For example, okay? Or if you establish a house temple, okay? All right? Whereas in religion, we don't have that. Our fate is determined by karma. No matter how much you pray, hallelujah, whatever, okay? All right, and then we can transcend samsara, whereas religion, we're subject. What, how is it blank? I didn't touch anything. Okay. Oh, there's too much. And then there's the universal salvation of the 3 realms. The Tao allows us to have that. Whereas, of course, only within a limited time. That's why it's not present all the time, okay? Whereas in religion, we can only at best hope to transform evil into good, all right? Okay, you're not going to have universal salvation, all right? And then there's the 4 Dharma seals. Tao has that, right? We talked the 4 Dharma seals. You guys know what the 4 Dharma seals are? It's this. Oops, it's further up. Yeah. Wait, where is it? Dang. Right here. 4 Dharma seals, which is, true Buddhist teaching, or talking about the Tao. The addition is nirvana is beyond description, i.e. the realm, the Dharma Dhatu, the absolute can't be described. Okay, everything else is saying that there's no self, existence is imperfect. Okay, and all phenomena are impermanent or anicca. Okay, all right, that's what it means. Ooh, sorry. Okay, so and whereas in religion, they have various doctrines or practices. Magic spells, skills, control of energy flows, movement techniques, and meditation, right? So it's called Su Liu Dong Jing. Okay, all right. It's all that. Okay, that's religion. Religion all uses this. Get it? Or some form or another. Okay. Some religions say, hey, you have to meditate. Some religion says, ooh, I have to practice yoga or qi gong. Right? Some religion says, oh no, we can do magic healing or whatever. What they got that? What's that term, Thai? That Japanese one, using healing. No, there's a term. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's a term. Use energy healing. It's called energy healing. Yeah. Yeah, use palm or whatever.
Did you say Reiki?
Yeah, Reiki. Yeah. So that's like control of energy flows. And some people say, oh no, if you want to practice my religion, you have to learn kung fu or something, some movement, whatever, exercise or whatever, like Fa Lun Gong. Fa Lun Gong. They say, they do some kind of, I don't know, whatever, mumbo jumbo. Doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So, what is the religion? What is the relationship then? Okay, those are differences. Okay, what is the relationship? So Tao is the source of all religions. Okay, yet Tao is within all religions. The essence is in there. It's just that it's not obvious. They hint at it. Jesus talked about the cross, right?
Not really.
Yes, he did. Well, he says, you should carry your own cross, right? All that stuff, or that you should believe in him and you have everlasting life. That's not that physical him. Okay, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so thousand. Okay, and then we also have both have holy places of worship, right? We have temples, synagogues, churches, whatever. Okay, a place of worship, and then both we have prayers, precepts, rules, rituals, right? We all have that, and we all use expedient teachings from sutras, etc. And we also seek to transform evil to good. So those are similarities, relationships / similarities, okay? So that's why, but these are all relative. Get it? Okay? Right? Okay, so now, oh jeez, darn. I don't have time, man. Sorry, guys. I gotta cut off.
You still have time. It just started.
Yeah, you don't have to, because this talks about cultivation quite a bit. You talk about cultivation quite a bit. So, yeah, maybe. Okay, I want to talk about, the section about the transmission of the, I want to go here, but you don't have it, huh? You don't have it here, huh? Do you have it? The transmission? Okay, yeah, this is what, okay. Oh, yeah. Here. Yeah, this is part of the transmission. Okay, so, anybody read the Platform Sutra? No. Okay, I guess not. Okay. But anyway, there is a disciple called Sun Xiu. He's the eldest, most senior disciple of the 5th patriarch in China, all right? So, he wrote a poem, you can say it's a poem, to indicate, God, my mouth is dry, to indicate or to show, excuse me. His level of understanding of what we call Buddha nature, of the essence of the Tao. You can say the Tao. Okay, since the Tao. The 5th patriarch, because he was looking for a successor. Because remember, he had, past tense, he had heaven's mandate, authority, to pass on the mandate to the successor to continue the lineage, get it? Of the heritage of Tao, okay? So, okay, 5th patriarch of Buddhism, okay, in China. Okay, this is about 1,500 years ago, 1,400 years ago, a little over 1,400, okay? So, Sun Xiu wrote this. He said, the body is like a Bodhi tree. Yeah, nice. The mind is like a stand-up mirror, bright mirror. Time and again, we have to clean the mirror so that no dust can stain it. That's pretty. The Chinese is very pretty. Okay, I don't want to read it because you guys don't know Chinese anyway, so it doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah. So okay. So yeah, but the Chinese is very, very beautiful. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But the problem with this is, right? He's hinting at it. He remember I talk about the phenomena, right? All phenomena in this case, the forms gives you a subtle hint that there's something behind that, right? So he is talking about that. He says like our human body, he's talking about the body. It's like a Bodhi tree. That means it's a tree for enlightenment, right? That's what Buddha became enlightened, right? So he's using that metaphor, okay? And so he says, that's the body, that's the physical body. And the mind is like a bright mirror, So he's using a metaphor, right? Okay, but it has form. It has form. A bright mirror, right? Okay. So it's like saying, to a blind person, this is a story from Zhuangzi. Is it Zhuangzi? It doesn't matter. Okay. So there's a blind person in a village. And so he's blind. So he was asking villagers, what's the sun look like? What does the sun look like? The sun, the sun. But he's blind, right? So he can't. So they describe, it's like a bright copper dish. Yeah, because it's brown, whatever. Okay. So he says, so they say, let me touch it. Let me touch it. So he touched it and then he banged it. It makes sound, right? Copper dish, it's like a cymbal or whatever. So then one day he was walking. Well, he heard ding, 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 cymbal. So he goes, oh, is that the sun? Because he says, yeah, the sun makes, right. I mean, then people say, no. They say, oh, it has light. Well, what is light? He goes, well, it's like a candle light. Yeah, candle light, So so let me touch it. So he felt the candle. Oh, okay. So next time he said, okay, so that's what the sun is like. And then later, he touched a what do you call that? Piccolo. You know what a piccolo is? It's like a short flute. Okay, so he goes, "Oh, this must be the sun." so what I'm trying to say is that forms or metaphors are inaccurate. Make sense? Remember we said the Tao is indescribable, right? Okay, makes sense, right? Okay, so then the Buddha nature. It's not like it's not a mirror, right? So and you don't need to brush it clean because it's invisible, it's intangible. Okay, so the fifth patriarch basically say, he's my most senior disciple, yet he's not yet at that level of enlightenment yet. Okay, so then the fifth patriarch, Huineng, that time he was working in the kitchen. He heard about this the fifth patriarch's challenge, so he. Even though he's illiterate, he asked a little disciple to help him write the Chinese on the wall. And so his response is said, there is no Bodhi tree, nor a mirror, nor a bright mirror. Since all is empty, where can the dust land on, right? So that's more advanced. So here's the thing, though. But he's still not enlightened at that stage. Why? Because you can say, this talks about existence or form, right? These are forms, right? There's a Bodhi tree, there's a bright mirror, etc. So whereas Huineng negates it, get it? He means, no, there's no form. There's no such thing. There's no tree. There's no Bodhi tree. Our essence our body's not like a Bodhi tree, etc. Okay? And our Buddha nature or essence is not like a bright mirror. So he negates it. So that's basically opposite. Get it? So that's what? Dialectical. Make sense? So he's still not there. Now, unfortunately, I was going to edit this file. And Tai, do you have the third one? Okay. It's in the Platform Sutra. You guys can read it up in chapter 1. Okay. All right. He said, okay, this is later. Okay. This is a day before. Then the next night, the fifth patriarch asked him to come to his chamber at midnight or something like that. And so the fifth patriarch recited a line from the Diamond Sutra. He said, no. The translation of the Diamond Sutra line says, it says, it's in Chinese, it's 应无所住而生起心. It just means, to simplify, it just means absolute and relative. Okay, that's good enough, okay, for our purposes. So basically, the translation means one should use one's mind so it will be free from any attachment. That's one translation, okay, for that phrase in Diamond Sutra. That's from chapter 10, Diamond Sutra, okay? So when Huineng heard that sentence, right, he became enlightened. Most of us read that same sentence 1,000,000 times and we're still like, duh. So it goes to show we're not yet enlightened. We're far from enlightened. Pretty sad, huh? Okay. Anyway, so he became enlightened. And you know what he said? Here you go. He says, he realized that all things, everything, all phenomena, everything, all existence, all creation, whatever, all things in the universe are the essence of mind. So that means all is one. All comes from that essence. All means everything, right? Everything you could infinity. You can say infinity. All comes from the mind. Get it? From that zero, from that quote unquote nothingness. Okay? Or emptiness. Okay? And then he said 4 plus a last closing phrase. He said, who would have thought that the mind, that the essence is intrinsically pure, i.e. our Buddha nature, okay? Who would have thought that the Buddha nature is intrinsically or innately, it means innate, okay, free from becoming or annihilation, from birth and death. That's another way of saying, okay? Who would have thought, that's the second phrase, Third phrase, who would have thought that the Buddha nature is intrinsically self-sufficient? Fourth phrase, who would have thought that the Buddha nature or essence of mind is intrinsically free from change? Huh? That means it's changeless. Changeless. Or you can say eternal. Okay? Those four phrases, guess what? You know what they are? They are basically, you can say this. Right here. Right here. Oops. The four virtues of nirvana, or four transcendence. It's from the Parinirvana Sutra. Okay? So he said, who would have thought that the essence of mind is intrinsically pure? Right here. Get it? He talked about purity. Non-conditioned, non-defined. Okay? Then he said the second phrase, who would have thought that the mind is intrinsically free from becoming, or that's this. That's this. I think that's this. Oh, no, sorry. That's this. That's the true self. Okay? That's the true self. Okay? Then who would have thought that it's intrinsically self-sufficient? Your bliss. You have the 10 freedoms, the 10 emancipations, freedoms. Okay? You're self-sufficient. You have everything you ever need. Okay? Then who would have thought, the fourth phrase, intrinsically free from change. That's permanent, changeless, timeless. Okay? So what happened was, when he became enlightened, his explanation, or his understanding maybe, of the Tao is from the perspective of what? Nirvana. Get it? From the absolute perspective. Get it? No longer from the relative perspective. Understand? And then he finally says the fifth phrase. Who would have thought that all things are the manifestation of our Buddha nature? So that means what? One is all. Make sense? So all is one, one is all. So that's the what? Oneness. So this is proof that sixth patriarch became enlightened. So it was that moment that the fifth patriarch transmitted or transferred the mandate to Huineng, and he became the sixth patriarch. Also, he received the three treasures at that time. Get it? So that's called heart-to-heart transmission. Okay? So that's the essence and the Tao. Sorry, I took too much time. I don't have enough time to get. There are a lot of things, more things. So there are things that I didn't say well. So I ask for the Buddha's forgiveness. Thank you.